I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Lions and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, 1 touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. It doesn't put them in bad situations.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Still very early in the season, obviously, CD, but already key injuries that they've had to deal with.
And what's really difficult for a team is to try and when they feel like they've been a little bit snake bitten. It feels like every time they turn around, another injury crops up. How do they manage to hang together, get guys to play a little bit above their heads, and make sure that they're still afloat when their starters make it back?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Give him 18 on the play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they took the tough loss in the opener, CD, but since then they've rebounded to win 2 straight.
And that's exactly what you want to see from your team early on, how they can bounce back from adversity. The week 1 loss, that absolutely stung. But how about how hard they've worked in the couple of weeks since? And now they're moving back in the right direction.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Herbert throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Results.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. These guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hoffman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to find Edwards open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a throw here, hauled in. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Bryan Edwards with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hoffman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, A lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am. And you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation. Because 2nd down, that gives me an option.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting 2nd half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? That maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Herbert now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And from what we said, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
On first down, it's Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Hoffman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, Justin Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after it one more time.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got his open man, it's Carr. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Broncos quick, Broncos quick.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They're going to look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. 1:54 on the clock. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.